Alright, welcome back in. Today we are going to talk about Arrowslits. Now, obviously for this time period, more like musket firing position or flintlock position. However, we have seen some little bit of sneak footage of the Ashlands, and in that there are skeletons shooting us with crossbows. So Arrowslits still kind of applies. I'm going to show you two different ways. The very easy way, which is probably how some of you already create your own window types in wooden windows, and then the more real-world accurate style. First way is you're using columns. So let's get out a wall type, and we'll just start like this. Let's make sure I'm on 15. There we go. We'll just get ourselves a little bit of a wall going. So the very easy way to do this is you get your pillars, your beams, you pick one that is your aesthetic, put it on the sides. You can put some on the bottom and the top if you like. You don't need to do so, but you can, or you can run these all the way up vertically. For stone, you don't have a whole lot of option. And then you can come inside here and you can see if I were to fire, I have an okay amount of range. We can look in here and see the same. You have an okay amount of range, but it's nothing compared to the range that this has. This, I can sweep the whole battlefield, mostly. And so it's much more improved. Now, if we wanted to create that one, we're going to need to go a little bit wider on this because you need 2 spots instead of 1. So instead of just the 1 hole, you're going to need 2 holes. Now you need to start with the stone here. I'm going to show you why. We are going to switch to this limestone wall piece. Now the limestone wall piece is roughly the same. It's not exact, but it's pretty darn close. Hit P, we're going to turn snapping off. Now what I want to do, so if this vertical right here is what I want to occlude, let's bring this up and let's sneak it in a little bit. We're going to come over till about a quarter of it is left open. And we're going to cinch it to where it's going to be roughly flush. That looks good right there. Now, I want to delete the block behind it. We're going to turn snapping back on with P and put it in place. Snapping back off with P, we're going to do the exact same thing over here. We're going to leave about a quarter of the distance apart. Snapping back on. Alright, so now we have our pretty darn flush. Looks pretty good. You can tell, but it looks pretty good. We're going to go here to the inside. Now the inside, you could just leave it like that if you wanted. But we're going to go ahead and do it with this. And you can do it just as snapping, and it works just fine. If you don't want to have to deal with the non-snapping, it works fine. But without snapping, you can get it really tight. It's a little twitchy, though. Trying to get this just right. Make sure it's just peeking through on the right hand side. See the green that's just coming through on the right? About right there. Snapping back on. Now this is the hard part. You want to snap to it. That worked out really nicely. So there's a little bit of play right there, and it's kind of hard to not have that little bit right there. See, this one's behaving right off the bat. This one's going to be much easier. Snapping back on. Come on, get in there. See how it has multiple snap positions? That's kind of the hard part. So now we've got it nice and flush, and that just is so good. Like, you have such a field of view with this. if you're firing. And good luck to the people on the outside trying to do bad things to your village or your little town if you're back there in that. They're not going to be able to hit you very well. And that's a way that you can get very nice looking arrow slits. With the wood, you just use beams. Beams of appropriate type. This is mahogany, this is your standard wood, and this is just your standard. I used wall bark. You can use sticks, and then for the beam, I used the large pillar, sticks. You've got the mahogany beam. I really kind of like how the mahogany beam has this really nice look to it. Right? That looks cool. So yeah, hopefully that gives you some good ideas as to how to better fortify your castle against those dirty mud crabs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.